These are two segmented 15-inch long turning tool handles that I made. From the end is a 3-inch shaft, a half-inch round steel that holds the carbide interchangeable tips. And these are great for turning pens. These are two steampunk turning tools that I made, 22 inches long, and I used half-inch solid brass stock for the shafts. I used clock parts and stopwatch parts to make these, cast them in resin, and I made a series of YouTube videos on these, so be sure to check those out. And these were a lot of fun to make. This is an 8-inch square Purple Heart bowl, 3 inches deep, that I made, and this one was pretty cool. Learned a lot about bowl turning on this one. This bowl was a curly maple bowl, about 8 inches also in diameter, and this one is in the Sam and Alfreda Maloof Museum in Alta Loma, California. These are a couple of wood bangles I made for my wife, curly spalted maple and cocoa bolo. Here's a few of my acrylic segmented fountain pens from a couple years back, and the first one was from one of my first pen shows, and you've probably seen these in one of my other videos, except for this last one here. This is a military style segmented fountain pen that I made for a friend of mine, and that was one of my favorites. This was an acrylic fountain pen that I made a couple years ago with a plunger refill system, and it worked out pretty good. I wasn't too happy with the tortoise shell at the end, but overall the functionality was pretty cool. This is a red ebonite fountain pen. I only have the one picture to share. This is a green ebonite fountain pen, and the back end of it unscrews off so that you can actually get to the converter without having to unscrew the section. That's why there's a separate little back end piece that exposes the converter, so when you're filling the ink, it makes it much easier to get at. This is a blue-green ebonite USB fountain pen, and this uses a single cartridge refill, not a converter, and this one I really like. This is my .50 caliber hybrid bottle opener Japanese ebonite fountain pen, and this one was a really fun project to make, and I really like using this one. My very first steampunk fountain pen that I made, I decided to remake it using red ebonite and I wasn't as happy with this one as I was the first one. So continuing on the same thing with the Steampunk fountain pen, this one I used black Japanese ebonite and carbon fiber. Very technically challenging to make. I spent well over 40 hours trying to make this one, and there's a YouTube series on this pen as well. I really like this pen. I haven't sold it, and this one is not for sale. And I probably won't make another one again though.